AC Milan returned to Turin, where 11 days ago they were held to a goalless draw by Juventus in the first leg of the Italian Cup final. It's a vital league game between the two sides today, with Milan 2 points clear of Napoli at the top of the first division, 17 games unbeaten, but Juventus themselves haven't lost in their last 12. And only 4 days ago, away to Hamburg in the quarter-final first leg of the UEFA Cup, they gave a terrific performance. Salvatore Schillaci boosting their hopes of reaching the semi-finals. The second goal from Pierluigi Casiraghi, who was sent off 3 days before this game on his 21st birthday against Sampdoria, and because of that he's suspended today, but he might not have played in any case because Alexander Zavarov is fit to reclaim the number 9 shirt. Still missing is Roberto Tricella, who was injured in the cup clash between these two sides 11 days ago. Injured by a crippling tackle from Frank Rijkaard, which saw Rijkaard sent off. So the captaincy today for Juventus passes from Tricella to Stefano Tacconi, a goalkeeper who yet again has shown himself to be most capable this season. Once again, Tacconi's not missed a game. He's heading for his 5th consecutive season as an ever-present. Stefano Tacconi remains Italy's number 2 goalkeeper behind Walter Zenga of Inter, but his agility and his sheer presence gives Italy a very reliable deputy. In club football, Tacconi has been in his usual terrific form. I doubt he's ever played better. And on the subject of goalkeepers, Giovanni Galli is recalled by Milan for his first league game since back in the end of October, when in fact Milan last lost at Ascoli. Roberto Donadoni also returns after injury, but Frank Rijkaard is suspended following his red card here in the cup tie. Carlo Longhi is the referee. Milan attacked the goal to the left in the first half. Juventus are 7 points behind their opponents today, with 7 matches to play, including this one. So it would be a tall order for them to actually win the title now. But they could have a major say in where it ends up if they could beat Milan today. That would suit the Napoli cause particularly. Here's Van Basten, who's been in almost irresistible form. And Milan have the game's first corner on a beautiful spring afternoon here in Turin. Ivani's gone across to take it. Maldini making his move towards the near post. It's a short corner to involve Donadoni. Milan also played in European competition in midweek in the Champions Cup, a very difficult match away to Mechelen, the Belgian champions. It was a goalless draw, but Milan, in fact, got the worst end of that. But really, they would hope to have done enough to get through to the semi-finals from that position with the home leg to come. A trophy, of course, that they hold already, the European Cup. Franco Baresi. It is a problem for Milan, who are attacking the season on so many fronts, the congestion of fixtures, but they've got a big squad and there's so much on song that you wouldn't back against them. A huge crowd here. And Gianni Agnelli on the left there, who's car firm, do so much to keep Juventus going. And that's a sloppy one from Gallia, seized on by Ivani. And then Van Basten rather deceived by Bruno missing the ball. Dario Bonetti dispossessed by Donadoni. A chance here for Milan and Massaro. And it all was rescued in the end by Gallia, just in the nick of time. But Juventus with some very untidy defending here. Persistent work by Donadoni. Massaro just wanted it rolled to him, and Gallia just able to get across and intercept. It's another corner, though. And really Milan making the sort of start that you've come to expect from them. Powerful, purposeful, and Juventus looking rather nervy. Evani would like to get it onto the left foot. Here's Marocchi. Maldini. This great run by Milan in the league started as Van Basten seeks to fasten on to the through pass there. It started when they beat Juventus at home. That was a 3-2 win. It was a splendid game. Bonetti wearing number 6, who's taken on the sweeper's role in the absence of Tricella. Marocchi. On from D'Agostini. Milan already trying to impose their offside trap on the game. And if they work it well, it really does squeeze the life out of the opposition so often. Baresi, who orchestrates it all. Evani. Nicely taken by Ancelotti on the half-turn. Well, Bonetti has gone ahead of Marocchi, the player on the ball. Marocchi had other ideas, though. And here's Rui Barros. Zavarov, nicely done. And Lenikov, the other Soviet, linking up with him. Here's Schillaci, the flag has stayed down. And Juventus have struck here through their leading scorer. And Milan are furious with the linesman. Alenikov kept on going, and it was the timing of the pass there. I would have thought he got it absolutely right, and so too did Schillaci. It was the finish of a confident man, and Giovanni Galli back in the league side for Milan for what, 7 minutes, and he's let a goal in. He had no chance. Great start by Juventus, and Milan always take that chance by playing square at the back. As we've stressed so often, it's an unusual ploy in the Italian game, but it has been very successful for them, but not on that occasion. And Schillaci was in after some excellent work by Zavarov and then Alenikov. Tassotti. Here's Ancelotti. And now Juventus look for a flag that wasn't forthcoming. Colombo's cross, and calmly done by Alenikov. Maldini. Milan trying to get the goal conceded out of their systems quickly. Here's Tassotti. Well, when you think that Milan, over this unbeaten run of 17 games, have won 15 of them, drawn the other 2, scored 37 goals and conceded only 9, you can sense the air almost of disbelief here, even amongst supporters of such a capable side as Juventus, that their team are actually in front and Milan are behind. It's a goal that's really made the game, though, because there might have been some thoughts in the Milan camp that the goalless draw that they got here in the cup tie, the first leg of the Italian Cup final, a week before last was a result that wouldn't be too disastrous in the context of the league race as well. And now they have to score, or they'll be beaten for the first time since the end of October. Van Basten. No foul. And this is Schillaci. Costa Curta was across very quickly, as you have to be to deal with Schillaci, this sprinter of a striker, who's now taken his league tally to 13 for the season, and coming on top of that vital goal in the UEFA Cup as well. He'll be pretty happy with life at the moment. Ancelotti. Well, Bonetti let it run on and really knew what he was doing, but there was a moment's hesitation. Oh, and Alenikov has already imposed himself on this game. Zavarov. Well, I suppose the goal came slightly against the run of play, because Milan had set off at a good pace and had penned Juventus back in the opening exchanges. Zavarov in the wars again. Bonetti. And look at the confidence that Juventus have now. And too confident in that attack, too ambitious. There has been some speculation here about the future of the coach, Dino Zoff. But if Juventus could go on to win this game, would certainly be ammunition for Zoff against his critics. And it's not been a bad season for Juventus. They're still up in 5th place in the league in the final of the Italian Cup, looking to be in the semi-finals in Europe as well, but there's not much margin for error against Milan. Costa Curta. Schillaci. Here's Rui Barros with some room in which to work. Schillaci's in the middle. Gallia's coming in as well. It's going to go in. It's certainly in, and it's Rui Barros. Gallia got it past the goalkeeper, but you can hardly blame Rui Barros for claiming that one for himself, because it's his first goal of the season. It's been a long, long time coming. And he was at the heart of the move too. But last season's top scorer finally gets off the mark this time. He'll acknowledge the part played by Gallia, but he wanted that one, and he took it right on the line. And Milan, incredible to say, are 2 down here. Arrigo Sacchi trying to calm his players down, but their heads must be buzzing. It's an unusual experience for them to be behind. And it's a rip-roaring start with 2 in 18 minutes by Juventus. And with Milan really having to take the game to Juventus, having lost the first goal, always the chance that they might. Stropper. Massaro's up. And Van Basten had a foot raised. He Possibly couldn't have been sure that Taccone was coming, although he would have expected him to do that. His eyes were on the ball as it came from the other direction. Oh, well, maybe it was a bit late. Ancelotti. Milan still looking for a psychological boost of getting a goal back before half-time. Maldini. Massaro just stayed onside. And so too did Ivani. Massaro. Oh, blocked by Olenikov, and it bounced away. It could have gone to Donadoni. It went to Marocchi instead. It's been that sort of first half for Milan. And they could be in trouble again. Here's Marocchi. Rui Barros. Schillaci trying to stay onside, and Zavarov coming from a deeper position. And another goal then. And that might really have been beyond even a team of Milan's capacity to recover from. Schillaci was the obvious target, but Zavarov had timed his run very cleverly, and Galli made an important save. It's a corner. It's still 2-0 when it might have been 3. And Alexander Zavarov, who's usually a pretty neat finisher, will be disappointed. It's going to be a more testing second half for Juventus if it stays at 2. Ivani. Massaro. Van Basten will try and win this and guide it down. It's Stropper who's in there. Another bump for Taccone. But he's built strongly enough to withstand that. And look, he's taking the leadership responsibilities very seriously, and he's not frightened of having his say, Stefano Taccone. It's half-time. What a first half for Juventus. Milan with this great unbeaten streak that they were hoping to continue here, but they're 2 goals down. Schillaci, when the offside trap was sprung, that really was a crucial goal, and Rui Barros helped himself to number 2. Juventus 2, Milan 0 at half-time. Napoli have only been champions of Italy once before in 1987. Since then, they've twice narrowly failed to lift the championship. To avoid a hat-trick of heartbreaks, they must keep winning now. And today, that means ending, if they can, an unbeaten run by Juventus, which has stretched to 13 league games now. Napoli, leaders for so much of the season, have lost 3 of their last 6 matches. And now they're a point behind Milan as we enter the finishing straight. 5 games left for each club, including today. Carlo Longhi in charge on an atmospheric afternoon in Naples. Napoli must manage today without the driving midfield runs of the Brazilian Alemão. Francini does return to the side. Rarely have they been able to field their full attacking force this season of Maradona, Careca and Carnevale, but they are all available today. Dino Zoff's Juventus have been in European action in midweek, and they just got through to the semi-finals of the UEFA Cup. Today their sweeper Roberto Tricella is back after missing 5 games with injury. For number 2, Dario Bonetti was their scorer against Napoli in Turin back in November. A 1-1 draw that day, but he was also sent off. Well, Diego Maradona needs to be at his very best, one would think, as Napoli get the game underway. They've got to hope that Milan continue to stumble. They're away to Lecce this afternoon and tumbling Maradona straight away. And Juventus clearly recognising the threat. It was something of a combined challenge, I think. Gallia with the first nudge, and Maradona really survived that, and then it was Alexander Zavarov who got him on the floor. Well, he looks okay, but he has had back problems in recent weeks. Maradona's body has taken so much pounding on the football field that maybe he's got the resilience to quickly shrug it off, but he's not moving freely at the moment, and Napoli will be concerned, very concerned about that, as Renica tidies things up at the back. Juventus, the last side to win here in the league almost a year ago. A 4-2 success, and really the meetings between the two sides over the last few seasons in the league and in the UEFA Cup have produced terrific games. An indication perhaps of the way he's off wants his team to play it in the second half. We'll have to wait and see. But the extra defender is there in this marvellous position that Juventus find themselves in. 2 goals up. There's been a constant babble of conversation around the ground here at half-time. It's so much to talk about, so much for the Juventus fans to enjoy. And those who came here to cheer Marco van Basten haven't found it such appealing viewing. It's not just the implications in this match, it's for the championship race. And here's Van Basten, that was deflected. Napoli haven't got an easy game today, away to Lecce. Well, Donadoni to take the corner. Milan hoping for a bright start to the second half. And they're going to have to get it away from Brio in the air. Even at 33, he's really supreme in that respect. Here's Schilacci. Overdoing it, though, Ancelotti's tackle. Donadoni. Ivani's gone to the left. Donadoni taking on Gallia. And it's Brio there again with a timely clearance. Massaro, but Donadoni was coming back from an offside position. The referee let the game go on, although the flag was up. And Milan are able to keep pressing and get a free kick for a trip by Marocchi on Massaro. With Milan looking for goals, a pressing need now. Massaro has been the only player who scored with any real consistency apart from Van Basten. Van Basten now. And that was a push by Ivani on Gallia. It's always been a slight weakness of the Milan setup that they haven't got such a regular supply of goals from midfield. And one player who always capable of popping one in, Frank Rijkaard, of course, missing today, suspended for his transgressions on this very ground. But they're missing him, and I suppose you could say that the punishment is now fitting the crime. Tassotti not too happy with the way things are going as far as the refereeing is concerned. A free kick against him. Marocchi. Stropper. Oh, Van Basten, what could he do with that? You could see the little shrug after he'd at least managed to head the ball to where some of his teammates might have been. It's a real test of the class of the league leaders. Although, to be fair to them, they're certainly entitled to have an off day. And an indisciplined day, perhaps, as well. And Tassotti has got to be booked for that. And really, that wasn't... not quite as bad as the Rijkaard foul here on Tricella, but it was in that category. In fact, it was pretty similar when you look at it again. Kicking out knee-high. He only gets a yellow card, though. Tassotti. Donadoni. And Alenikov came in from behind and wants to apologise. Milan really aren't in that sort of mood, though. And one hopes for their sake that if they are to lose here, they don't lose some of their friends by showing their frustrations too greatly. You sense there's a risk of that. Zavarov, a slippery customer. Galea did well. Alenikov timing that move forward again. Baresi wanted offside, but it wasn't there. Donadoni, Evani chugging after that, but he hasn't got that sort of acceleration. Alenikov has had a great influence on this game, but he'll need to maintain it. Despite that two-goal divide, still 35 minutes left, and Van Basten eager and certainly quicker than Brio. Brio would recognise that better than anyone, but he's very streetwise in these situations. And he's been a reliable customer in front of Tacconi and Dino Zoff before him. Alenikov couldn't control that one, though, because Massaro sneaked up on him. Ancelotti. Now Baresi. Would be particularly interesting to see how Juventus would react if Milan could score once, particularly if they do it quickly. And Galea hesitated, and there's still some anxiety amongst the Juventus supporters. Baresi. Now Stropper. De Agostini did well. Well, Juventus sticking to their task, and Dino Zoff, if not exactly relaxed, will be relatively pleased, I would think. But he might remember that only last month Milan were 2 goals down away to Fiorentina and came back to win 3-2. Juventus, a better calibre of opponent, though. Alenikov. Oh, he's done that beautifully. Zavarov. No offside. There's 2 of them in. Rui Barros takes it on. He gets his second. Juventus have 3. And the smile of celebration there really says We might have done enough now. With 2, there might have been a recovery. But 3, well, that would be some finish. And Rui Barros has got the goal touch back with a vengeance. What a timely return to form. And he almost knocked the leading scorer this season, Schillaci, out of the way to claim that one for himself. Well, they're delighted. It's not a feeling shared on the Milan bench. Milan did concede 3 away to Napoli earlier in the season when their form was nothing like it has been over recent months. They did have a sluggish start to the season, otherwise they'd be crowned champions by now. Van Basten bundled into the back of Bonetti then. That was the foul, and Van Basten not cautioned for it. De Agostini. October the 29th, away to Ascoli, the last league defeat for Milan. But barring a footballing miracle now, they're going to be beaten here. Just a question of what the margin is going to be. Still half an hour to go. Schillaci was coming in quickly, but Galli got there first. Poor Giovanni Galli, whose last game in the league side was in that defeat away to Ascoli. He hasn't been to blame for the goals, but it's an awful coincidence for him that he returns to a team that hasn't performed capably. Maldini. Donadoni. There's been plenty of the match played in the Juventus half. Well, Tassotti could talk himself into very serious trouble here. Already booked, and Van Basten being sensible there. It's been a bad enough day already without a sending off to follow. And Tassotti is walking a pretty fine line in that respect. Well, he can't do anything except get his feelings out of his system. Unfamiliar feelings. The nasty taste of losing a match. It might have been different if Van Basten could have scored, which would have pulled it back to 2-1. Now he's fouled by Gallia. Donadoni to take the free kick. Milan really haven't made many chances, even though they've had possibly more than a 50% share of the ball. There's a chance here. It came to Tassotti, and Stropper had a wave at it, but now Milan have got to chase back because Juventus are breaking again. Schillaci. This time holding the ball up and making sure of his pass, and it's an interesting one too to Zavarov. But when Tacconi couldn't hold the free kick by Donadoni, Tassotti, although the angle was a difficult one, had an opportunity then. There's an injury at the other end of the field. This was what happened. There's been a bit of balking there on Van Basten. Marocchi did very well to stop Tassotti guiding it in. Van Basten is furious. He was the player getting treatment, and he believed he was fouled, and now Massaro is the peacemaker, and in fact the referee did very well. He just felt for the back pocket to indicate to Van Basten that a card might be in the offing, and that calmed Marco Van Basten down. But even before that chance, or at least sight of goal for Tassotti, I was going to say that some days you do see a recovery coming. But I must say, even with Marco Van Basten around, it's looked more and more as though Milan haven't got the resources today. A double substitution, Simone for Donadoni for Milan. And the day after his 20th birthday, Michele Serena comes on for Juventus for Zavarov. And what a birthday present to have a chance to get some experience in a match of this caliber. Simone's been around a little bit longer. He's 21 now. Bonetti will have to soldier on, really, because Juventus have made both their substitutions. Alenikov actually smiling about it, perhaps unused to seeing Bonetti injured himself. He's pretty capable at injuring opponents. A mean defender. Alenikov, for my money, the man of the match. Just sits in quite a deep midfield role, but has such a sharp football brain, and twice has made contributions to the goals for Juventus by picking the right moment to go forward. And Rui Barros is relishing every moment of this game himself. Schillaci. He loves to crack them from that distance. Not one of his better efforts. Baresi, Ancelotti. Well, Milan will have to accept the defeat here and do their best to forget about it. The scoreboard shines out a sensational scoreline. Tassotti. Oh, here's Van Basten now, and Taccone triumphant again with a fingertip save. They come from all around to congratulate him, his teammates. It was a free header, the sort that Van Basten usually makes count. It was at the height that the goalkeepers like to deal with, but it still took some stopping. Costa Curta. Rui Barros, and maybe there's still time for Juventus to strike again. This is Gallia, and Costa Curta got in the way. It was aimed for Schillaci. Stroppa. Well, that just about sums it up for Milan. This is a result which will reverberate around Italy, and indeed the footballing world. It's all over now. A great day for Juventus, and Milan never recovered from the two shots Juventus firing with both barrels in the opening 18 minutes. Everything really went the way of Dino Zoff's team. Little went Milan's way, and Rui Barros really summed it up. What a timely return to goal-scoring form. Juventus 3, Milan 0. So, with Milan slipping up, what news of Napoli away to Lecce with Diego Maradona recovered from a back injury but off target here. Napoli needing victory. Ciro Ferrara put through by Mauro, almost making the breakthrough. It came 9 minutes after half-time, with Mauro making the running again. And the chance taken by Andrea Carnevali. Lecce's response, a cracking free kick by Babas. Giuliani got to it, Viris failing to turn in the rebound. Massimo Crippa also wasteful, with an opportunity to give Napoli a 2-goal cushion. And after 68 minutes, substitute Vincer for Lecce with a low cross, which was superbly tucked away by Pasculi. So Ferrara has the responsibility of picking up Schillaci. Schillaci with 13 goals this season, one more than Maradona. De Agostini with the free kick, Gallia making a late run forward. And a straightforward catch by Giuliani. And Napoli beginning this game at a cracking pace, emphasising the need for a really positive performance today after some disappointing results. They didn't play too badly last week when they were beaten in Genoa by Sampdoria. And Maradona looking for Careca, who's got in front of the goalkeeper. And Tacconi was running this way and that. Confusion caused by Maradona's clip cross. And the fact that Careca just got in front of the goalkeeper, first of all. The first scare for Juventus, but they've survived it. Olenikov, who's been in excellent form for them. Marocchi. Bonetti. Olenikov doing well again.